Yeah.
Order, roll call. Marty's here.
Ryan's here.
An's here.
Brett here.
Present, yes.
Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Public hearing none, approval of the agenda. Thing to add? I'll second. Moved by Jody. Second by Brian. Discussion, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, carried. Approval of the minutes. Copy.
Guys had a short meeting last
Meeting, so it
month.
shouldn't be too much to,
Nope.
I'm not.
yeah. Second,
I'll second.
any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Move on to new business. Got the permitting update.
Yeah, we got some stuff on here finally. We got a new house getting built, 730 Cedar. Which is great, right next to the Hillstrom boys. Where's that at?
On that corner lot by us.
No, it's not on the corner. It's where am I going?
Like north of there, but
No.
what you do. All fact.
There we go. Okay, jeez.
Nice to have that up. They can see what you're talking and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's right up here. What,
7:30 is.
yeah, 730 right here. This one. Yep.
I'll be on ninth. Ninth house out there.
Yeah, Hillstrom boys, are, I guess they're getting after it right here. You can
Yeah.
see that the imagery is even updated, so they're making stuff happen here and it's great.
Other tax base.
Yep. And yeah, clean plate. I don't know when they're gonna start on the expansion, but they're expanding a little bit, so I think that's great. He's just got a fence in the back.
They got that lot, didn't they? That I talked to you about using.
Oh yeah, they did. It's like, geez, okay. He's using it for a parking lot, so
Well,
That's all you can do.
yep.
pretty much, yeah. But there must have been competition to go up that high on it.
Yeah, there was. Wayne told me they're bidding with some other guy. I can't remember who.
Anything else on, updates? On to land use ordinance amendment discussion.
Yeah, I think today would be a great day to start with the industrial district, which is kind of what drove a lot of this in the first place. And really looking at their setbacks from front yard, side yard. We got 40 feet in the front yard. Which again, we got GIS here. This is great. You kind of see that none of these properties are even close to 40 feet. Maybe this one. I mean, these guys, this is not 40 feet right here. Well, we can check. There's a measure tool here. Yeah, right here.
Probably about 20.
26, 25, right? And so having it just set at 40, it just doesn't make sense. And I mean,
Got one year on it.
yeah, this guy's on it, on the line, which I mean, I know all these were, these were before this
Right, yeah,
ordinance was even put in, right? So we would call them grandfathered in. But if it just doesn't make sense in the first place, we should probably think about adjusting it. And I know from last month, you guys said make this and commercial highway the same.
Mm.
Commercial highway is 30 feet in the front yard. I was calling this late. So what's the commission's thoughts on this? Because I mean, is
well, I
it
can see commercial highway being more than this area.
right? Kind of backwards.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know that setting it to the lot line might be a little aggressive in the industrial district, but we have some of these
Yeah,
already on the line, and I think this is. Let's
That's all Salem,
yeah, Genevieve's okay.
all Salem manufactured.
Well, does it get to be a snow plowing problem if it gets too close?
Well, no, I don't think so.
No, because there's still right away in between.
right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see that right away in here. So here's the road, then we got
Yeah.
the ditch on each side here.
Well, so are there lots in particular that are concerned about this, or is this just some general that we wanna?
No, no one's concerned about it. Just remember that we approved, and it doesn't show the update here, but he wanted to basically cover this up, this little
Yes.
square up. And, we approved it. We
Right,
let him
yeah.
do it without any, conditions, right? Because,
Yeah,
he's already at the lines here. And I think like, putting that little cover there doesn't do anything for
right,
anybody.
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's 80-foot easement for that road, so.
Yeah.
There's plenty of room for snow.
Okay, so we have we have this lot right here. So he's already at the lot line
Right, yeah,
on the side yard. And, would we say like, hey, it's the industrial district, you can build the line on everything? Or would we say like 5 feet?
Central business district, you can build right to your lines.
Yep.
But
yeah,
And we don't have any problems.
that's your downtown.
right,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think you gotta have a little bit because some people are gonna say, I don't want you on my property, period. If you
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
do something on the side of your building,
right, yeah, I think there should be a little bit
you need at least 5 feet. to
on
put
the
a
side, yeah.
Yeah.
The front, maybe, you're,
So the front I could see being to the lot line, okay, because we're already there. Maybe on the side yard, what, 5 feet, 5 foot off?
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty close to that would be a joint wall almost.
Yeah, I agree.
To me, the rear and the corner side, it wouldn't matter, it'd be the same for me. I mean, 5 feet, that way they can at
Yep.
least get around the building and do maintenance if
Yeah.
they need to.
I think that's plenty adequate.
On the, what'd you say on the back, we should?
I would be fine with 5 on the back and 5 on the corner side, since we got 5 on the other side anyway.
Yeah.
I don't see where it would be an issue.
And that's okay. We got commercial. Okay,
So you're
so
looking at 0 on the front.
Yep.
5 and 5, and,
It's on the industrial.
yeah. 51 and 22.
Front page is actually your C2.
yeah, we got C2 and then I got industrial.
The
here
last
behind
page
it.
is industrial, right?
Yep.
0, 5 and 5, yeah.
And then really the industrial, the C1 only takes up what, really just this area right here, I think, and that's it.
Yeah, not even that much, it's just that white.
Yeah, that Yep, light purple on the south end there.
Yeah.
It's Fossil Battery and that empty lot, and then the storage buildings and.
Yep.
Couple lots beyond, it's all it is for C2. So it's in there already around that first
there
one.
sure are. It goes right down to,
And I think now that that's been split, is there even 30 feet in front of some of them buildings on C2? I guess there would be.
oh,
Cause there's the road there. That's that easement going through.
yeah,
So it's not quite 30 on the side there, but the front is.
yeah, on the front for sure.
So 30 seems reasonable for the front.
30 feet?
That's what we got now.
Yeah, you want to leave that?
Doesn't have to. I mean, it's.
What district's that on?
Yeah,
That first page is the C2.
yeah, C2, highway commercial.
As long as it's out there, it's storage buildings and
There's really nothing.
there's no traffic through there other than people going into their storage.
Yep.
More they can build on a lot, the more square footage there is, the more tax dollars we get.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
Tax is way higher on the building part than it is on the property part.
It's one. Setback is 30, right? And that's okay,
Right now it is, I think you need to have at least enough where you can park a car in front of it.
right, yeah.
So that's at least 20 feet.
I think 20 is a good
That
step.
gets
Yeah,
you a car in front of it and staying off
sure does.
the other people's.
Well, I mean, technically, a driveway, that's considered structure as well.
Yeah, if you pave it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Only on the front. Then that was that side, rear and corner.
5 foot.
If you got 5 feet, you can repair any of your building without being on your neighbor's property.
And I mean, and consider your neighbor, we put that same rule on, that's 10 feet,
Yeah.
right, to maneuver in there.
Yeah,
Right,
that's enough
yeah.
room to get through.
Yeah, the other thing is if you need to get in there with any construction equipment or building it may be a little tight, but.
Well, that, around that front property, there's that 33-foot easement that goes back. You can see the purple easement
Yeah.
that goes in between, so that one, you can't get any closer, you're already on the easement lines.
Mhm.
And then those back ones, he's got room for another barn back there if he wants. And Apex just bought that one. And the front one's for sale, that 812 is for sale. You got all kinds of room there.
Yeah, sure do.
Any other,
So we're gonna change that to 5 feet then? Is that right?
5 for the side, rear and corner
Yeah.
side.
Yep.
20 feet on the front.
And then for industrial, we're saying 0 to the front and then 5, right? Okay. And then what, impervious surface? I know it says there varies by parcel, but we don't have any impervious surface issues down here.
No, it's
yeah,
all out of Lakeshore.
Yeah.
It's all out of that Lakeshore district, so.
And then in these two districts, the other last thing, cannabis, it's legal. I know, cause my neighbor 2 doors down with all the trash everywhere. She likes to sit outside with her kids and smoke a blunt, which is real frustrating and it stinks. I keep my window shut during the day. But for,
That's one of the spots we allowed to do it.
yeah, C2 and industrial, the only places that we allow, the wholesale, retail, all that other stuff. And, it's right now we have it as a conditional use, but it's legal. The state says they can do it. So I'm in favor of just making it, permitted use. Yeah. And that would be the other addition to these two. But the county has some votes in this as well as to how many licenses they issue in the county, and there's some other nuance to it, but we haven't had any real interest here in Monaga specifically. When it first became law, last year, a couple emails, a couple inquiries about it. I've had some people reach out to us for a copy of our ordinance. Okay, you can sure hear.
Well, we made the ordinance because if we didn't, everything would go, anything could go
Yeah,
anywhere.
it would be one of those, we would fall to what the county says about it. And then what the state says, and then we would just lose control. And it's one of those things where, like, sure, you can say no, right? But you're losing all the control that you would have. And it's just better if we control it. And then in this case, I think this is the, best case scenario for us. And I know a lot of other cities done the exact same thing.
Does that have to be codified now since we're modifying an ordinance?
Yeah, oh yeah, so this will have to go through the public hearing process. It'll have to go to the council with the commission's recommendations. Just like last time. But nothing out of the ordinary, nothing crazy. So, and I mean, these changes, for all things considered, we are deregulating, and that is good.
Right.
And yeah, I continue to look at other areas where I have friction as well. But honestly, I just don't run into a lot of friction. Typically, we're always able to get to the yes one way or the other. And that's really thanks to the ordinance just being real clear. And sometimes people want to do things and it's like, hey, can't. Lakefront typically will have some issues, right? Because of that ordinary high water mark. And our ordinance says black and white, 75 feet, that's where you can build. And we do consider concrete pads and stuff, that's structure. That also counts against the impervious surface. Decks also structures, even though there's a little area in there with the impervious surface, not a lot. So, in that case, our hands are tied. Which county? Morrison County actually requires contractors go to the county, sit in a class, and get a certificate in order to work in their county. They've had so many issues with contractors coming out and just fulfilling the dreams of that landowner. And it turns out that dream is so far out of the ordinance that they are forcing homeowners or property owners to remove it, tear it down, or get it into compliance. So I think that's I mean, I like their concept because they're filling a gap because they had such a huge problem. I don't think in Wadena we have that problem, but again,
Well, obviously they weren't getting permits.
no, they weren't getting it.
Yeah.
They weren't fast.
Well, or it's one of those where they apply for a permit with a set of goods that do not match what happens.
Yeah.
It's one of those conversations after the fact, and the county obviously will go out and inspect at a higher volume than we will. And I get out on the town. I look around a couple times a year. I actually drive to all the properties with Chief Lane, and just like, hey, where are your problem areas? What are you looking at here? And just for general awareness.
Dogs and junk.
Yeah.
That's our biggest problem in town.
Yeah.
Dogs and junk.
Quite a few dogs come in, especially recently. I think we've had like 3 in the past month.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
All in like Northwest.
Yeah. But okay, so I think that's great. Is there anything else that you commission have seen in the ordinance that you think like, hey, doesn't make sense, or hey, we need to tighten up here or loosen up anywhere?
Because I didn't notice anything. I kind of
Yeah.
looked through, especially some of that stuff on the lake, that.
I think we've got it pretty well cleaned up.
So, yeah.
I agree.
There might be some oddball thing that comes through once in a while, but you can't think of everything either.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's definitely true, especially when like you have to. What exactly are you asking for? Like, what
Yeah.
do you want to do? Like, I need it laid out in very plain terms because you have to like, yeah, you have to classify it. Like, what are, yeah, is this a structure? Is this an accessory? Is this new?
I think things have been a lot better since they changed that shoreline district.
Yeah.
That was stretched way too far.
Yeah.
Now that they backed that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
to people.
On this ordinance, now that we have the hearing and then it goes to the council?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, what I'll do is I'll take these proposed changes. We'll let the council know at the next council meeting. And then we'll let them know, hey, we're gonna, unless the council has any glaring issues with this, we're gonna proceed to public hearing. We'll go to public hearing and then we'll make the changes official. We'll bring that back to. So public hearing, that'll be one meeting, council meeting.
Once public hearings over, the council can approve. So
Council will go right to it and then approve.
Yeah.
that would go to college.
And I would love if, we get some public in here to comment on it.
Some of
But-
those hearings they've had.
And I'm thinking like, hey, what does the public see on something that they could comment on? But the only people that would have a comment are the people that are, actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of a,
Just have to give them the opportunity.
yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
But, okay, as far as amendment discussion, I have nothing else for the commission.
So since we have a motion to
Yeah. Motion
present
to,
these to the council?
yes.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Okay. Second, any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Carried. Opposed first, then carried. Reconfirmation seeking out fifth member.
Right, so I know last year we kind of talked about this and I mean this I would like another member, right? Just we've been one short since I've been here. It's 2 years, all right?
Yeah.
I'm on the City of Wadena's Planning and Zoning Commission, and they hadn't had a meeting till I joined. Couldn't get a quorum, which I like.
Oh.
I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, we're missing two people, then we don't have a quorum, so.
Do you think Alan Provident would get on there?
I don't know. He might, he's got time on his hands now.
Yeah.
This don't take much time.
Yeah,
Actually, we need to change that here to 1/2 to 1 hour, I think.
Yeah.
We've never been close to an hour, I don't think even. have we?
Yeah.
No, we
That,
have.
that makes it a little more appealing to people too, when they know it isn't very long. Some people just don't want to get involved in anything because they think it's gonna suck up too much of their time. And this in particular takes so little.
No,
Right, yeah,
we're pretty efficient.
yeah,
I would
well,
say.
I think the only time we'd get closer to 2 hours if we had it.
A big public
Here,
hearing.
yeah.
We'll have to come up with something real
Yeah.
controversial and then we could have, then we could have a 2 hour.
We could.
I talked to Brad Carlson, but he kind of turned it down.
Yeah, I asked him too, and he's like,
This is the easiest $75 an hour you'll ever make.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Wadena, they don't comp either. It's just like show up. So I was thinking maybe post some flyers around town. I can always take something like this, put it up on HireClick, and that'll go on Indeed. Obviously, you got to be a resident of the city or have a
Yeah.
business interest in the city.
Yeah.
So,
Put on our website.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd say website for sure, yeah.
Yeah, put it out there where we can get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
see what we can find.
And then, if we get a few members, we can do, some meet and greets at the, whatever meeting we
Yeah.
get some interest and, we could.
I could resign.
Yeah, maybe. So, yeah, okay, I'll get the word out and, maybe we can get some interest here. Come on, folks. Especially, young folks out there, young
Yeah.
families, like, get involved, please.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like we have a problem with that.
It's like pulling teeth.
It is.
They like to complain, but they don't like to do anything about it.
You can just do things.
Yeah, it's not much of a commitment, really. I mean, you got a little bit of homework sometimes, but
Yeah, a little reading, that's it, pretty much.
anything else on that?
I got nothing else for the,
All
commission
business
today.
adjournment? Are we getting too short, or do we?
No, we covered the business. That's all you guys do.
Take a motion.
5:21 or 22?
I got 5:26.
26, yeah.
Holy cow, oh yeah, that clock is right.
Okay, I've got a motion by Connie to adjourn.
I'll second.
I'm worried there no one was gonna second. it. Discussion, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Next meeting,
What is in that, marina building now out there?
Oh, no, I'm not sure.
'Cause I heard something was going in there, huh?